Hello class, I chose to read for you today two poems, both written by Robert Frost. Robert Frost, as many of us very well know, is an extremely famous author of the past century. He was born in 1874 and lived until the 1960s. And what Robert Frost is especially well known for is his capacity to encapsulate and envelop the human experience. Not necessarily the human experience of social relationship and speaking to other people and conversing all the time, but the human experience of living in this earth, living with nature, being at one with nature, and being able to go out and experience our world for the beauteous place that it truly is. Especially with Robert Frost poems, what he's so famous for and did such a good job of doing was encapsulating what it was like to be in rural atmospheres. Out in the woods, out amongst the trees, out in a farm-like area in a prairie. And not many other poets are able to capture that experience in quite the manner that he was able to do. So the two poems that I've chosen to read for you today are both based off of experiencing a winter atmosphere, experiencing what it's going to be like as winter is coming. I've chosen these poems for us, and I feel they're relevant for us because here in North Dakota, a rural territory, as we very well know, the second summer is concluded and fall has come upon us. We hit winter extremely quickly. We tend to get our first snowfall somewhere around October, if not mid-October, early October. And as soon as the snow hits, we're living in a winter wonderland, if you will. And we experience these winters, these elongated winters, much more so than people living on the coasts, which I can attest to from personal experience, having grown up on the East Coast myself. So the winter here in North Dakota is specifically, it's a very different experience from what a lot of people get in winter. And I don't think people that don't experience this type of winter really truly appreciate what winter is. Winter is not just a season here in this region of the United States. Winter is a whole section of the year. It literally takes up almost half of our year, and we live in this sort of climate. And these are the experiences we have on a daily basis. So without further ado, the two poems that I chose to read for you today are A Winter Eden and Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. So here for you now, I have A Winter Eden by Robert Frost. A winter garden in an alder swamp, where conies now come out to sun and romp. As near a paradise as it can be, and not melt snow or start a dormant tree. In life existence on a plain of snow, one level higher than the earth below, one level nearer than heaven overhead, and last year's berries shining scarlet red. It lifts a gaunt, luxuriating beast, where he can stretch and hold his highest feet. On some wild apple trees, young tender bark, what well may prove the year's high girdle mark. So near to paradise, all pairing ends, here loveless birds now flock as winter friends. Content with bud inspecting, they presume to say which buds are leaf and which are bloom. A feather hammer gives the double knock. This Eden day is done at 2 o'clock. An hour of winter day might seem too short to make it worth life's while to wait and sport. And now for you, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, also by Robert Frost. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse might think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near. Between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness, bells a shake, to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark, and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Thank you very much.